Hello, my name is Alicia, and I'm going to be talking about transitional periods and coping with transitional periods and moments throughout our life. We encounter times of needing something changed, and this can be graduating from high school, going into the workforce, getting married, having children, experiencing a loved one die, very, very large moments in time that, kind of contribute to our growth. And my focus is within younger people through our youth and adolescence. And we are wondering what it is that differentiates people who reach their goals and the people who don't reach their goals, the traits that they occupy, what it is that makes them want to do it, and what it is that allows them to not be stopped and interrupted when adversity occurs in their life. So, to begin with, as our human experience, we inevitably go through change. And with this, we must find a way to endure. And I find that younger people may have it more challenging experience with incorporating change into their lives because they're so new to the idea of life not staying the same. And this can be a very weird, uncomfortable feeling. And the expectation of this life that they live in the current time not lasting forever can bring a little bit of torment and bring a little bit of hurt, pain into their life. And with certain traits coming from the lack of sociability, like you are finding it challenging to, communicate or be friendly and inviting and, carry on a conversation, or the emotional capacity is limited. You find it hard to kind of have empathy for others. And through not having empathy for others, we realize that other people may not be so kind towards you. And the variety, diverse factors that come from that. Behavioral difficulties, misbehaving or not not following through on an assigned task can hinder progress through individuals. So the common theme here is people that grew up in circumstances that were out of their control and having to figure out how to overcome the situation that they are brought up in. And we can talk about risk factors like growing up in poverty where income is low. So, finances are always kind of not being met, and through not having good economic means, you are dealing with your parents who may not have the best relationship. This is something that could be considered a risk factor, bad or not bad, but parental figures separating can cause a bit of turmoil for the child who is involved, and several other examples. And so the obvious tone is to persevere and to not let a taxing event stop the child from being great and, making good grades and being friends with other people and, showing leadership qualities. But what takes a child to that next level of understanding that this isn't all that's left for me to experience in the world? What else is there? What else can I do to incorporate more of the opportunity that I want for myself. And this can be with having a good supportive system with you. And let me explain. Supportive relationships not only help with people getting advice from others, but through having someone to assist you when you can't assist yourself. And supportive relationships are not always family. Supportive relationships can be teachers, like older mentorship coaches. They can be guidance counselors, advisors, anybody, friends, external resources that you wouldn't find in your home. These dynamics really do contribute to healthy healthy understanding, healthy perspective of what else I can do. If one person can't help themselves, then the idea of helping themselves through finding other people who do know what to do is a healthy habit, and shows a sign of resilience, of pushing forward. And people may not always choose this route because of course there may be people available for assistance if they reach out, but they may not take advantage of this. And this comes from, internal motivation, what it is that they want for themselves internally. Some people have the desire to be liked by others. People want to have good grades, figuring out what it takes to have good grades. And a thing that I think of immediately is in college when people are noticing that they're not doing too well on their exams or on homeworks, and there are professors that have these office hours, which are basically times when you can go visit the professor and ask them for advice or ask them for help on topics that are just not clicking with the student. People can choose to reach out and go forward to understand better for themselves, or they can choose not to and continue on the route that they are, which may lead to failing or may lead to just not receiving the grade that they want for themselves, but was in their own hands. This is the idea that I think of. As mentioned earlier, identities are being found and figured out. And for these young people who are engaging with other people on a daily basis in academic or in organizations, sports teams, they are being surrounded by other personalities, and depending on what feels good and familiar may be the factor that makes the difference in incorporating healthy habits and bad habits. Of course, birds of a feather flock together is the phrasing, but you also from, home environment can kind of understand right from wrong and decide if pursuing a certain group of people is good or if it's not. Identity. We all have identities, and for myself, an example, I am playing a role of a daughter. I am playing the role of a partner. I am a student, and I help other people with a job. So with the roles that I play, they shape who I am and help me understand my grounded foundation for what I find to help me stay morally correct and what my beliefs are. For the help of maintaining peace with myself. And this is something that everybody has. They play different roles in their lives. And so with the roles that people play, we build a resilience, and the resilience that we build from these identities kind of help to helps to give you more of a compass to not giving up. More on this. If a part of you is broken, if something does happen to you and it was an unexpected occurrence, then this can impact how you go on with other facets of your life. An example, if you are a dependent and you're in high school and you are having a really bad relationship with your father, and you decide, or I guess me, I decide to leave, and I have to live in a hostel, family, or a group home. I'm a student in high school. I would not be able to focus on my academics because I don't have a place to live. That role of mine, being a child and being supported by a figure, is no longer intact. Meaning, I no longer have that facet to feel like balanced with. And this impacts everything. So if I were to, stay with these challenges and not go forward to pursuing someone who knows how to help me, like an advisor or a counselor, then I would fail. I would fail through academics, and I may not reach my goals because I have allowed for this challenge, this interference, to put me on a pause and hold me back. And with understanding the roots and the causes of circumstances, detaching oneself from the situation and knowing that it's not something you could have done or stopped from happening, can empower you to push forward, to not, attack yourself and attack your being because of what's happened, but instead to feel invigorated and push on towards something that you know is more suitable for you. And this emotional regulation, of maintaining all of the emotions you hold, is contributing to the success you wield as you continue wanting better for yourself. And this is pretty much what I found within my research. So, thank you.